your host, Tyler Wood!
Hey, thank you guys. Keep that going for yourselves for coming out on a Tuesday night. This is 51st Jokes. Who's excited? Yeah, who? Round of applause. Who does not know what this is? Thank you for being honest. We have 50 of the most available comedians in Raleigh here tonight. And they are going to be telling you the first joke that they wrote in 2026. This is brand new stuff, and there's 50 of them. Can you believe it? They're like, this is going to be shitty, isn't it? We're going to have fun, though. This is going to be a good time. We're going to see some people do really well. We're going to see some people do poorly and everything in between. But this is meant to be like a gathering of the comedy community. So I want to say thank you guys. Give yourselves another round of applause for coming out and supporting the comedy community of the Triangle of Raleigh. We've got comics from all over the Triangle: Greensboro, Raleigh, Durham. We've got one comic out of Richmond. We got a very eclectic lineup. And I know the comics are excited because this is the only time some of them are going to be on a show in this room the entire year. So they're very excited. They know it too. They're like, she got me. All right, my name is Tyler Wood. I am your host. I'm going to be trying to wrangle these alcoholics and drug addicts throughout the night and try to keep the show rolling. Everybody has between 1 and 1/2 minutes. That is between 60 and 90 seconds to come on stage and tell you a new joke, a new idea, a new thought that they've had in the new year. Does that make sense? All right, cool. So, without further ado, I guess I will give you guys my first joke of the new year. We'll see how it goes. Starting now. I'm single at 32, and I'm starting to think it might be my fault. It might be my fault at this point, because I like a challenge when I'm dating. Like, I don't want it to be too easy, and I think that's why I keep dating lesbians. I think that's... I want something to work towards, and I like to start at a base level of them hating everything about me, and we kind of work backwards from there. So if anybody wants to take me on a little sightseeing trip in their Subaru later, I will... I will try to orally pleasure you until we both agree this is not going to work after 3 years of living together. That's how it usually works. Yeah, it only took 3 years, that's all. All right, cool. That's my first joke of the year. Thank you. And without further ado, I want you to welcome your next comedian. He is a favorite here at Goodnights. He's doing great things all over the country. Please give it up for my friend, Kerry James.
Right, let's get to it. I'll admit, what was that? Awesome. That's how we're kicking off this fucking show. Just sound effects, front row. How much time do I have left? No, I'll admit, man, I've been hard on like gentle parenting. You know, I talk a lot of shit because what happens is our kids get soft, right? But the other day I was in Target and I saw some gentle parenting happen in first person, right? This kid was crying, and the mom knelt down and she looked him in the eyes and said, "Baby, what's wrong?" And that warmed my heart, because my mom would have kneeled down and said, "Fix your face." Does anyone else, mom ever said? I think that might just be a minority thing. I don't know. But it's crazy to me, because my mom, she wouldn't have asked me what was wrong, because if she would have did, I would have said, "You pinched the shit out of me," dog. I would have pulled out a list, I would have said, you told me I couldn't get anything out of the store. I'm starving. Yeah, so I don't know. I think as an adult, if you're emotional and someone told you to fix your face, as an adult, it'd be hard to deal with. Like, imagine saying that to a kid, Like, I'm learning how to deal with emotions, I'm crying right now. Fix my face. And then that's what leads to you going into the mirror. I don't know if you guys ever did this as a kid. You, like, cried in the mirror just to see. You're practicing. All right, that's what I tell you guys.
James, everybody. He is a part of Group 1. If you're in Group 1, hang out over there by the green room area. Don't go in the green room. They will kick you out. Up next, we have Joelle Fooster.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, where my parents at? Hell yeah. I'm actually in the middle of trying to turn my wife into a mother. That sounded weird. We're trying for a baby, which is the weirdest way to convince you that I'm not a virgin. But listen, I mean, like, it's a problem. Like, we've been trying for like 2 years. So now I'm at the point of doing IVF. And if you don't know what that is, IVF is where you spend thousands of dollars for a doctor to tell you, maybe. $20,000, guys. You know how much money? Yo, I gotta get something back for that. Bro, what is this, church? It's okay if you didn't laugh too hard at that. I get it. It's kind of mean. But, bro, it's pissing me off. Especially because, like, I had to go to, get my sperm tested. And that is weird. Because it's not like a regular place, like a sperm bank where you go with your boys. No, it's on the contrary. I had to go to a fertility clinic, which is so weird because, like, a bunch of hopeful women. And I'm in the back like, it's my time coming. Yeah, my time is coming. Guys, you've been great. My name is Joel.
Joel Fooster. Up next, we have Kay Barati.
Hi, guys. So my mom, she gives me exclusively bad advice. I would say almost criminally negligent advice. I told my mom recently I wanted to cut back on my drinking, and she told me that I should try microdosing Ozempic. Yeah, the weight loss jab, that one. She said that I should take Ozempic the way a white guy with dreadlocks takes LSD. Just a little bit every day without a doctor's knowledge. There will be side effects. And why did she suggest this? Great question you should be asking. It's because my mom recently got on Ozempic, and she did not lose weight, but she did lose interest in Corona. So in her mind, it's a cure. The issue with that, guys, is that I don't need to lose weight. I am currently on an old housewife diet of caffeine, Klonopin, and cigarettes. So it's kind of like Ozempic. I'm sick all the time. And she, it's like, I can't take her advice on that. Like, what happens if I go to it, like, if it doesn't work? Because what is a microdose of Ozempic? That's the issue. What is a microdose of Ozempic? Nobody knows, because nobody has ever done that before. So what if it goes wrong and I do too much? I have to go to a doctor and be like, and he's going to be like, what happened? And I have to be like, my mom said that a jab of Ozempic a day keeps the vodka away. Thank you, guys.
That's Kay Barati, everybody. Up next, we have Jason Seabrooks.
God bless y'all for being here tonight. I'm Jason Seabrooks. I'm a black man and I have depression. Anybody out here with depression? We on them drugs. We on them small little blue pills, not the sex blue pills, but the other. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard being a black man and talking about depression. Like in our culture, it's just not. We just don't do it. It was like we've been depressed for like over a century now, but we just, when people talk about how bad it is, it was like, oh, he's just an alcoholic. The depression is. I'm trying to talk about it more. I'm starting to enjoy talking about it. I like talking about depression more than white people like talking about Game of Thrones. But it's hard, and it's hard like expressing yourself to other people because a lot of us have it. Like we get into trauma battles with other people. And like a friend of mine, I told him I was depressed. He was like, man, I'm depressed too. I'm so depressed that I had sex with my wife's sister and she left me. And I was like, I'm gonna win this, because I was like, I'm so depressed that I started stand-up comedy. Y'all have a good night.
Jason Seabrooks. Up next, coming to us all the way from Greenville, North Carolina, it's Matt Case.
Okay, listen up, mother pluckers. I don't have a whole lot of time tonight, so I'll keep this short and I'll keep this sweet. Here's the only thing you need to know about me. I am a mother pheasant plucker. And what that means essentially is I pluck mother pheasants. And I am the most pleasant mother pheasant plucker who ever plucked a mother pheasant. If I do say so myself, and if you don't like it, well, then you can go pluck yourself. Pluck you, mother pluckers.
You drove an hour and a half for that. All right. Up next, we have RJ Jurgensen.
I just want to start by saying I need the drugs that Matt is on. All right, so I bartend over at this place called Grog Alley on Hargett Street. I don't know if you guys know where Hargett Street is. Right next to the bus station. A lot of riff-raff, a lot of crackheads there, right? They asked me to do an open mic there, so the very first night we did an open mic. I got on stage. Very first night we're doing this. Very first time on this stage. I get up, and I look out the window, and I see a crackhead looking at me. And he starts jerking off in the middle of the street outside. And so I'm trying to do stand-up for the very first time. But I'm not losing the staring contest. So I'm seeing who breaks first. And I was like, okay, I finally get off, right? A couple weeks go by, and I'm bartending at this place. I'm used to the crackheads by now. This place is empty. It's kind of new, right? So I'm bartending, and I see a guy roll up in a wheelchair, and he looks at me in the window, and I can tell he wants to come in. And had this been like a veteran or like an old person with a disability, I would have opened the door. But instead, I'm like, let's see if this guy can do this by himself. So I watched this crackhead in a wheelchair try to get in this door for like 5-10 minutes. He finally made it in. He goes, let me get a drink. I go, are you going to pay for it? I'm like, he's like, what the fuck do you think this is? I go, you know exactly what the fuck I think this is. He buys a drink, okay? So he's sitting there. He starts rolling up a blunt. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then another guy comes by, gay guy holding a glass of Chardonnay, looks at me. He comes in, and he starts demanding that I serve him drinks with my shirt off. Demanding, like slapping the bar, like take your goddamn shirt off. And I was like, show me $20 right now and we'll start talking. All right, that's it, okay.
RJ Jurgensen. Up next, we have Tico de Gallo.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. How you doing? Women, I love y'all. Y'all are doing beautiful things. This whole sexual revolution y'all got going on, I'm with it. But your girlfriends, you really got to start checking your girlfriends because they're misleading you. Because I think some of you long titty bitches think you got big titties, and you don't. It's like you wearing big titty dresses, but you got long titties. That shit don't match. Like, first of all, if your chest looks like living room curtains, you a long titty bitch. If you on your stomach and it looks like you planking, you got big titties. If you're getting fucked from the back, and your titties look like a sock with a tennis ball at the bottom of it, you're a long titty bitch. I like titties. I'm an areola man myself. But I like real titties, like real ones, like I like knowing that one is bigger than the other. You feel me? Like I can pick and choose. Like that's a cute one.
Let's hear
Thank
for
you.
long titty bitches, everybody. All right, our next comedian is the last one of group one. So if you're in group two, that is numbers 11 through 20. Get over there. All right, give it up for your next comedian. It is Sasha Goldman.
Well, my first joke was about to be about long titties, so we have to go to number 2. Got a colonoscopy last week. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was the only date that was available on their schedule. It was on January 6th. calling it the insurrection of my asshole. If you ever got a colonoscopy, the worst part is the prep. You know? The bleaching of the asshole and the Brazilian wax so you look good. I did try to wait till the last second to start like fasting and stuff. But then they started like calling me, trying to go in and get in there earlier. You can't get in there. It's the fucking system. I want to eat so fucking bad. I'd see pizza commercials. Like, I want that pizza. I see dog food commercials. I'm like, would I? Potentially. I don't know. I got there and they were like, they started putting things in me. They were like, alcohol swab. Are you allergic to anything? I'm like, penicillin. They're like, give him that. I'm like, whoa. I know you want me to come in earlier, but that's fucked up. But it was actually really cool. I had the colonoscopy and then I wake up and they're playing, I kid you not, Dirty Dancing, I Had the Time of My Life, It's a little cocky on their part, but it wasn't that bad. I'm Sasha Goldman. Thank you very much.
Sasha Goldman. Up next, we have Malachi Fox.
What up? How you living? Living good? All right, let's get to it. So, over Thanksgiving, man, I've learned that my family is country as shit. On some real talk. So I went to Fayetteville to go spend some time with my family, and my cousin had married this country dude. He had just came back from hunting that morning for Thanksgiving and everything. Had the overalls, all that stuff, just camouflage out. So I'm like, all right, bet, what we eating tonight? He said, man, I went hunting. It's gonna be perfect. Just come in the backyard with me and get the deep fry ready. So I go in the backyard with him. He got this big ass birdhouse full of pigeons. Now listen, exactly, pigeons. You wouldn't think black people, country people would have pigeons in their fucking backyard. So when we walk back in the backyard and I see this coop full of pigeons, I'm like, motherfucker, are we out here cooking pigeons for Thanksgiving? You know what I'm saying? Then I found out this, OG. He said, yo, you ain't eating the pigeons, bruh. The pigeons make you fucking money. I said, what? Pigeons can make you some damn money? He said, bro, listen, when you go to a funeral or a wedding, when they release them doves or them pigeons, that's $800. I said, yo, Mike Tyson was onto some real shit. Y'all thought he was crazy as fuck, but yo, $800 per pigeon? I'm about to be rich as fuck. I just thought about this too, man. I was like, shit, pigeons, shit. I was living in New York City, man, and I ain't see one pigeon look smart enough to fucking fly away. Enjoy your night.
Malachi Fox. Up next, we have Weston Suggs.
We got a new joke here. Make some noise if you have a virtual reality headset. Anybody? All right, just the nerds in the front. That's cool. Yeah, my man. All right, you're the only one that's gonna get this one. No, I saw where like there's a VR video game now that helps people like overcome their phobias by immersing themselves in that environment, which got me thinking, like, is there a video game where I can immerse myself with my girlfriend's parents at dinner? I just have the headset on. Her dad's like, so what is your 5-year plan? I'm like, grad school ? Put on hard mode. He's like, what are your intentions with my daughter? I'm like, shit. Which button is shoot? I forgot. How do you aim the gun in your mouth? The game's called Having My Shit Together, a Phobia. Only available with my Xbox, all right? Yeah, the final boss is just going through the breakup. All right, I didn't even make it to the minute. There we go. All right, I made it. All right.
Hey, Weston Suggs, thank you. Hey, that's a lesson, everybody. You don't have to. All right, up next, coming to you all the way from Durham, it's Deb Aronin.
Hey, guys. I finished writing this joke 5 minutes ago, so I'm excited. So I have a 3.5-year-old, and my husband and I conceived when I was around 35, and he was around 55. Yeah. Fair enough. And so, but like when I imagine, like when I think about it, I was thinking about it today, and I kind of imagine like that whole conception as like a bunch of hungover guys just like slowly shuffling to the kitchen because they're hungry. And like the first one that gets to the fridge takes out the carton of eggs, looks at the expiration date, and it was like, yeah, okay, let's try it. And then somehow, miraculously, quiche appears. Like, I don't know how. And I've been, I'm 39 now. We're thinking of having a second one. But until we decide that, I feel like those eggs should move to the freezer. Thanks, guys.
Deborah Ronan. Up next, we have Joe Perot.
What's up, Goodnights? I think there's too many subscription services in the world today. It's a new year. I decided in 2026 I'm going to be a back in my day comedian. I listen to too many podcasts, so everything's like, sign up for this monthly subscription, this monthly. I got an ad the other day for something called Harry's Plus, which sounds like a streaming service that we're not allowed to watch in North Carolina without a VPN. But it's for razors and shaving cream. And I'm like, can't you just go to the fucking store? Why does everything have to be recurring revenue for a private equity company? I also get ads for something called Rocket Money, which is a monthly subscription service to help you cancel your monthly subscription services. Which I feel like is the methadone clinic of monthly subscriptions. I don't know. There didn't used to be so many subscriptions, though. It was just magazines. That was what you subscribed to. You'd have a kid in elementary school, and he would show up at your door, and he'd be like, do you want to subscribe to this magazine? And then print media died, and then big subscription was like, how can we get our hands into literally everything else? I feel like the whole thing, it's just convenience. Like, you subscribe, you can save time. You don't have to go, what am I saving time for anymore? To spend more time looking at my phone? The most depressing thing possible. Every time I look at my phone now, I'm just like, I would like to unsubscribe from being alive. All right, a little sad, but we'll take it. Thanks, goodbye.
Joe Perot, keep that going for your next comic. Brian McGinnis.
Hello. So we just had this New Year's Eve party the other day on New Year's Eve. And my wife's a big, she loves entertaining and hosting and cooking. So 2 days before, I went to all the grocery stores to get all the ingredients to cook, right? Wegmans, Publix, Trader Joe's, Costco, everything. The morning of, she goes, I'm missing one ingredient for the tiramisu. If you go to a party and there's tiramisu, you're like, what, tiramisu? Wow, that was weird, I didn't expect that. If you go to a party and there's no tiramisu, you're not like, where's the tiramisu? It was the worst year ever. So she would show all the big stores, right? But the closest one to us, the clock was ticking, ball was dropping, is a Food Lion. All right, we're on the same page. We have to go to Food. It's fine, they're nice people, but you know, if you need something quick and expired, you go to Food Lion, right? So we go to Food Lion, up and down the aisle. She couldn't find this one weird ingredient, right? So she's looking everywhere. Finally, she sees some nice young gentlemen stocking shelves. She goes up to him and she goes, excuse me, sir? Do you have lady fingers? The look of confusion on this young boy's face just... Bitch, I got man fingers. All right, Brian McGinnis. Thank you, guys.
Brian McGinnis. Up next, we have Kellen Blair.
What is up? I was just arguing with someone. They told me that corn is their favorite vegetable because it looks the same coming out. It's the only food that looks the same coming out as it does going in. Clearly, that guy's never eaten shit before. All right, thanks, guys.
He won the comedy competition. Kellen Blair, everybody. Keep it going for Hanson Lucas.
Hey, what's up, babies? How we doing? Hey, so y'all know like the LeBron James GOAT debate, right? Yeah, do y'all think pedophiles argue about Jeffrey Epstein the same way? Dude, Jeffrey Epstein's a fucking GOAT, dude. Epstein. I don't know what was worse, my form or that joke. That's all right. Thank you. Thank you. Nah, but dude, for real, like Epstein, all-time assist leader. You could put that guy on an island and he would still score. Total choke job, though. Because they hung him. Thank you, guys.
All right, Hanson Lucas. We didn't get it, but some people did. Up next is Tonio Washington. Well, well, well. Tonio. Oh, don't run on account of us.
Hey, okay. Well, funny, we were talking about Epstein earlier. I think, okay, so you know how Epstein Island had a bunch of like billionaires and bajillionaires and stuff? I was thinking like, it's kind of tragic that without all that money on that one island, no one decided to make a fucking dinosaur park. Not one. All that money, you want to make a Jurassic Park? It's bullshit. Can you imagine being like an employee at the Epstein resort? Like you meet a friend from college. Oh, you're trying to catch up. Like, hey man, how you been? I've been good. Where you work? I work at a resort. Oh man, I'd love to come visit you. Like, how could I get on the list? Like, hey brother, you don't want to get on this list. You don't want to get on this one. All right, I think I'm done. That's it. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, there we go. We are 2/5 of the way through. How you guys feeling? All right, we're going to switch this up a little bit so I don't confuse anybody else. On deck, we have Ferris Randolph. Up next, we have Samantha Lukashewicz. She coming? They could take a picture of the list if they wanted to.
I did, and I don't think I was next. But I am. Here I am. Hello. My name is Samantha Lukashevitz, and I'm in a relationship with a very, 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 very old man. And we've been in a relationship for a very, 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 very long time. And we only have so much time left together, you know? Thank you. But here's the thing, we're not married, like we don't live together. And I was talking to him earlier and I was like, what does like real commitment look like to you? Like, are we in this for the long haul? And he says, if you want, I could show you how much you mean to me and I could pee on you. Is that relatable? A little bit, okay. And I said, that's the wifey package. I'm your girlfriend, like we're not doing that. He said, well, you could think of it like a promise pee. So I thought about it, right? And I was like, here's the thing. I want him to ask me to marry him so I can say no, okay? So instead, I think I'm just gonna let him take a dump on my chest. Anyway, that's my time, thank you.
All right, on deck we have Michael McChesney. Up next is Ferris Randolph.
Growing up, I used to have this babysitter, Miss Rhonda. It was one of my mom's church friends, super religious lady. Prayed for everything, not just like meals or sickness, but like the light would turn red and she'd start praying until it turned green. You just rebuke this light. She would pull in the parking lots and she would pray for a parking space every time. Like I remember her just circling around and just being like, God, just open up a parking spot for me. Then it would open up and she'd park there and she'd be like, thank you, Jesus, for this parking place. And even though I was 7, I knew that's how parking lots worked. Yeah. She was great, though. Start of the year, I got a call from my mom. Miss Rhonda had a stroke, and she's like left side of her body is kind of limp. She needs walking assistance now. And I heard that, and I was like, man, that's crazy that God finally got her that parking spot she'd always been asking for. Y'all found that funnier than she did. Thank you, guys. I'm Ferris.
Ferris Randolph, everybody. On deck, we have Brandy Roberts, but up next is Michael McChesney.
All right. Everybody's addicted to sports betting right now, and I have never been more thankful to be a theater kid. Imagine being shielded from a crippling gambling addiction by the power of dance and disappointed dads. I'm very thankful. I don't know enough about sports to bet on them. The only wide receiver I know is my twink friend Tyler. And yes, he does score touchdowns every single weekend, but you don't get to bet on those at a bar. I've tried. DraftKings does not offer spreads on queens. Okay, that's my time. Thank you so much.
Michael McChesney, everybody. I wish I was that Tyler. Speaking of which, we have Tyler Wilson on deck, but up next is Brandy Roberts.
Happy New Year. I've been trying to take my mental health seriously this year, you know, trying to heal my nervous system. I'm big on that. And I've been doing all the things. I've been listening to binaural beats, meditation sounds, you know. I've been doing breath work. But I think my new kink, I think I got a booger in my nose. I keep feeling this shit flapping. Y'all see something? This is not my time. We can pause the time. Okay, anyway. I've been doing all the things, you know what I'm saying? But I think my new kink for real is ASMR. But it's a particular kind of ASMR. You know what I mean? The one that I like is the role play kind. Yeah, it's a role play kind. Specifically ones when I'm in like doctor appointments and shit because I don't have health insurance. All right, thank y'all. Good night.
Brandy Roberts. On deck, we have Crystal motherfucking Mo. But up next, we have voted sexiest comedian in the Triangle, Tyler Wilson.
Hell yeah, how you guys doing? Can you guys tell I just got my hair cut by a polyamorous person? Sounds like you can. The reason I know this is because I'm not good at small talk. Like, the haircut is like the most small talkiest. Like, what do you do for work? How about them Panthers, you know? But I'm like, nah. Who are you fucking lady, you know? I didn't say that, actually, but she let it slip. I forget what she was talking about. I blacked out immediately, but she was like, oh, yeah, I was asking one of my partners. I was like, partners? One of? She's like, yeah, I'm polyamorous. I'm like, I got that. Listen, no, I don't mean to offend you, but I don't want a polyamorous cut, you know? Like, you can cut my hair, that's fine, but like, lock up the hair dye, you know? Like, if I get a purple mullet, that will be a problem. That will be. She's like, don't worry, I would never do that to you. I'm just gonna make you look like a lesbian. And I was like, perfect. I was like, lesbian Farquaad is exactly what I wanted. Make me look like a fat little medieval prince. Okay, thank you, that's been my time.
All right. Everybody tell him his hair looks nice. He loves to be lied to. On deck, we have Maya Wells, but up next, it's Crystal motherfucking Mo.
I ain't got much time, so I ain't gonna ask y'all how y'all doing. And half of y'all don't fuck with me anyway, so fuck y'all. When I first heard of Cracker Barrel, y'all, I thought that shit was a Klan meeting. People always announce that they moving in silence. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. I was thinking of this concept, y'all. It was like, what if cars could talk? The things they would say. They probably tell you how nasty bitches is. They don't put no oil in their car. And most importantly, they done fucked a whole bunch of niggas in there. I'm Crystal motherfucking Mo, y'all.
Crystal motherfucking Mo, Never Seen Cars, starring Owen Wilson. On deck, we have Pete Smack, but up next is Maya Wells.
Hello, Goodnights. How are we doing? I already feel a connection with you. You're gonna understand everything I'm saying. I'm going through a breakup right now. That's really bad when you're sitting next to a dude, and I was just like, you're gonna understand everything, and you're like sitting next to your dude. Okay. But here's the thing. So our problem is he doesn't want to get married, and I do. And on top of that, he's 58 years old, and I'm 34. Like, do you think I'm gonna wipe your ass, do you think I'm gonna wipe your butt? I'm making it PG-13. Do you think I'm gonna wipe your butt the rest of my life without a contractual agreement? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? My girl knows what I mean right here. Yeah, you a little Jewish? Okay. We don't have that much in common. No, but I'm not gonna do that. And then, so here's the thing. Do you know what a lot lizard is? It's a parking lot hooker. I used to be a homeless person in my late teens to early 20s. It's like, if anyone understands a contract, it's me. It's me, damn it. You know what I mean? And it's like, when you think about it, though, so when's the last time he spent his half net worth on you? Answer quick. Never. Never. Half of his net worth. Only the homeless do that. A date to Subway is like half of their net worth. It's $5. That's doing more than the average man over here. Okay, thank you guys.
Maya Wells accusing people of being Jewish. On deck we have Ellis Campbell, but up next is Pete Smack.
How about another hand for my ex-girlfriend, Maya? Yeah. No, I'm only 56. But no, 2026, actually I have big plans this year. I'm gonna start a podcast. What do you, okay, I know there's already too many podcasts, right? Every comic has a podcast. So we need a new podcast, like we need a hole in the ozone layer. Okay, nobody here cares about the planet. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, I care about the planet. That'd actually be a good name for a podcast, Planet Funny. Like Planet Money. Okay, we're getting sidetracked here. We don't have a lot of time, but no, I feel like podcasting in my blood, right? I'm kind of like a Nepo baby because my mom, my 81-year-old mother, she is a big-time podcast commentator. Yeah, pretty prolific. You might have heard her if you live near me. And by podcast commentator, I mean every time I play a podcast, if she walks into the room, she comments on it out loud. Yeah, louder than the podcast, right? So I sometimes learn things from her commenting? Yes. Do sometimes her comments have nothing to do with the podcast? Just ideas that popped into her head? Yes. Should these questions have been rhetorical? Don't answer that. Okay, and Pete Smack.
All right, Pete, we get it. You listen to NPR. On deck, we have Musa, but up next is Ellis Campbell.
Hello, everyone. So I got out of a conservative Christian background. No surprise there. The guy that looks like an unemployed youth pastor. Getting into society has its weird kind of moments. Like, it's very humbling, like relearning science. You know how humbling it is to learn science from my 4-year-old nephew's dinosaur books? My curriculum brought to you by Fisher-Price and my peer-reviewed articles by Highlights Children magazine. My name's Ellis Campbell. Let's go.
Thank you, Mumford & Son. On deck, we have Jane Vecchio, but up next is Musa. Here comes Musa.
How y'all doing, man? It's a new year, bro. I found out I was a sex god. That's what I found out. Hey, see, look, I got this thing called edging, where you do it real hard, and then right before you come, you like, nah, bitch, put your drawers back on, right? And if you keep doing that, it's gonna extend your sexual length to just have sex if you keep edging. I didn't know. I've been edging since I was like 8. I ain't even know. Cause I grew up with cheap ass internet, so I'm jacking my dick to dial up for like 6 years, bro. I'm like, Then I'm back at it, right? So now I'm fucking for like 45 minutes tops. I can go for an hour if my wife pretend like she buffering. I come and she do that shit, dog. I come right in, right? I come right in. And man, y'all enjoy y'all night, man. God bless.
All right, on deck we have Slim the comedian, but up next is Jane Vecchio.
Hey, good nights. I have just a general question for you guys. At what tax range do I need to be in to never have to debone a rotisserie chicken again in my life? Okay? This real question. Because the day that happens where I don't need to devour my fingertips into a nasty-ass rotisserie chicken, that will be how I know I've made it in life, okay? I don't want anything big. I don't want like a Netflix special. I don't want the Nobel Peace Prize. I don't need to fly a plane. All I want is clean fingers, my dignity, and the relief to never have to pull some like Jeffrey Dahmer caveman shit in my kitchen every time I'm trying to make a 10-minute Greek yogurt walnut chicken salad off my Pinterest. I'm just trying to make lunch for the week. Like, does Taylor Swift have to debone a rotisserie chicken? Probably not. No, she has a team for that. And Travis Kelce, who debones her. I was in Costco and I was picking up my like rotisserie chicken for the week. And did you know they're $5 at Costco? Like, you can't beat it. If I could, I'd be vegetarian, but I'm not. So I was picking out my chicken and I saw a woman with 3 chickens in her cart and she was going for a 4th. And my first thought was like, she must be like elbows deep into that tissy chick. Holy shit. And we lock eyes and I saw just the disgrace in her face, like without even having a conversation. It's like she telepathically said, don't have children. Anyway, thank you.
Jane Vecchio, I know they're $5 at Walmart. We're not in the same tax bracket. On deck, we have Jack Obringer. Up next, Slim the Comedian. Time doesn't stop.
Killing these niggas, goddammit. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. It ain't really like what you say, you know, it's how you say it and when you say it. Right? When I first got married, my wife's dad would always act like he didn't fuck with me. I'm just bullshitting. That bitch ain't know her daddy. No, but her mama really didn't fuck with me like on some real shit. Her mama didn't fuck with me at all. And I didn't know how to tell her like, hey, stop, you loser bitch. You know what I mean? I'm still fucking your daughter, right? Until it came to me one day. Bing. I would just start running around the house and tell her like, hey, baby, you know we working on you some grandchildren. Hey, fuck y'all.
All right, on deck we have Aaron Doncaster, but up next is Jack Obringer.
How we doing, everybody? I started watching a show with one of my buddies the other day, and we've been watching for a little while. He's one of those guys that has to watch with the subtitles on. I don't know if you guys are like that. You're wrong. No, I don't know. I hate subtitles. I find them, they're just so distracting, you know? I feel like I can't watch the show. So finally, you know, we've been watching for a while with subtitles. Finally, I put my foot down. I was like, dude, enough is enough. Like, let's try it without the subtitles. And I was surprised. He got, like, really offended with me. He was like... So I caved, I turned them back on, you know. I don't know, it just sucks to never feel like I'm being heard, you know? Thank you, guys.
All right, on deck we have Grant Janik, but up next is Aaron Doncaster.
Hello, oh my gosh, who is a bad person and still using Spotify? Yeah, I gotta fix that. But the Spotify DJ the other day said to me, how's it going? I have a new artist for you to check out. They're a lot like Blondie. Give it a listen. It's David Bowie. Spotify's acting like my ex who would test to see if I was a real fan. That's crazy. Then I realized Spotify isn't wrong. I am the type of person who will really deep dive, hyperfixate on an artist decades after they came out, which is why a few years ago I walked around saying like, but have you guys actually listened to Stevie Wonder? Like, that guy's got a lot of hits, okay? He's a real prodigy. No, I'm either that or I'm an extremely early adopter, like Doechii I was on to really early. You think someone had a song talking about Junie B. Jones and I wasn't gonna hear about it? You're out of your mind, get real. No, it is true though, I only like to listen to very old artists. For example, Year of Our Lord 2026, I'm just getting into Frank Ocean. Oh my God. You guys heard of him? Someone get him back into music. Wow. I'm gonna start a petition. I'm the first one. Anyway, check out David Bowie, Moon Age Daydream. You should really, unknown bop, all right? Thank you, my name's Aaron.
All right, on deck we have Ethan Justice, but up next is Grant Janik.
All right, I just got back from my honeymoon this Sunday. So, yeah, it was great. I love my wife to death. However, we were cuddling in the bed on the honeymoon, and she goes, Grant, you know when you eat me out, you kick your feet in the air? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to bring wonder into this marriage. It also doesn't hurt. We were on a Disney cruise, so... I'm just in there like, wow, shining, shimmering, splendid. This is amazing. All right, that's all I got. Thank you very much.
Grant Janik, everybody. Good joke. Not quite the core strength he needed. All right, on deck, we have DeMarcus Gray. But up next, coming to you all the way from Greensboro, it's Ethan Justice.
Hey, eye doctors, that's a scam, right? You guys are trusting these motherfuckers? They're not doing science. Every time you go to a regular doctor, they like check your blood pressure and give you like fucking medicine. The eye doctor just shows you letters. He's like, is that better or worse? I'm like, what? That's not science. I'm like, it's worse actually. He's like, yeah, I figured. It's like, what are you doing, man? That doesn't make any sense. I don't like my eye doctor. He doesn't even have glasses. How am I supposed to trust this guy? I was like, how'd you get into this, man? Your eyes seem good. He's like, 20/20. I'm like, fuck you. He had a pocket watch, too. I didn't like that. I would like it if my medical professionals had, like, up-to-date technology. Is he gonna prescribe me a monocle? What's going on? I don't like that. I hate my eye doctor. I got an optometrist. All right. That's a good pun, fuck you.
All right, Ethan Justice, everybody. On deck, we have Bill Lawton, but up next, we have a very special guest that responded to his last rejection email from 50 First Jokes in 2024 with damn y'all don't fuck with me, thinking it was this year's. But I do fuck with him. It's DeMarcus Gray.
Give it up for my boy Tyler, man. Hey, y'all heard that new song? This shit is fire, man. It's called Beep. It's a song about getting your motherfucking fire alarm batteries changed. Speaking of lazy motherfuckers, I hate fat people. No, let me finish. I hate a fat person because, like, the motherfucker that gets skinny, you know, a fat person that gets skinny, you know? Like, your whole excuse the whole time is that you just big boned it. But now you skinny. I can't even fucking trust you no more. Your bones are skinny. Yeah, all right, man, that's... You had cause to not fucks with me on... I remember what happened in 2023.
Come on, y'all fuck with him. Give it for DeMarcus Gray, everybody. On deck, we have Mark Brady, but up next is Bill Lawton.
So I finished last in my fantasy football league this year. It happens. What stings is that my wife won for the second time in 3 years. She doesn't even like football. She just likes defeating me. Like, she did so much research, but she still refuses to learn the rules of the game. Like, she can tell you Matthew Stafford's completion percentage in a dome, still doesn't get punting. The worst part is she gets all of her information from reading articles online, and she doesn't watch any of the games, so she can't pronounce any of the players' names. So every Sunday, she's got her phone skipping around the house. She's like, another touchdown for Puka Nakua. I was like, do you mean Puka Nakua? He's just like, oh, do they give points for pronunciation? Because then you wouldn't be in last place. So if there's any divorce lawyers here tonight, let them meet me after the show. All right, enjoy the rest of the show.
On deck, we have Taj Jones. Up next is Mark Brady.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Hell yeah. I'm lucky to be here. I almost died. I was eating. I was choking. You guys ever choke? No, yeah, I did that, and that's not a good experience because it's weird because you almost die, and then you have to go back to the thing that almost killed you immediately with it sitting around with everybody. You just have to sit down and be like, so how was everyone's day? Well, I almost died. You saw that, right? Everyone knows. It sucked because when it was happening, I started to panic, and I was like, I immediately couldn't breathe, and I go, oh shit, are you kidding me? This is how I go? That's my initial thought. This is how now the tables have turned. Now the chicken's choking me. Great. I always knew it. This is how it's gonna happen. I panicked. I panicked very hard, and like even in the moment, I was like, I'm fucking joking, and I was like, people are into this? People like this? Who I scared the shit out of me. If you guys like being choked, I got some leftovers I'm not gonna eat. So you guys didn't have that, so take care. Thanks.
That's Mark Brady. On deck, we have Ray Durham, but up next, coming to us all the way from Fayetteville is Taj Jones.
All right. We're going on a lot of first dates lately. Been doing a lot of first dates, just first dates, never a second one. It's been great. I figured out my favorite first date to do is stargazing. I like stargazing with a girl. Just because I think it's fun, especially because I adopted a star, and I like to tell every woman I meet about it. I like to shove her in their face. I think that's fun. I'm like, oh yeah, you adopted a puppy? You take a look up there. I adopted space. I also think it's a good way to see if the girl you're seeing is a liar or a good liar. Liar, bad liar, good liar, you know? Because a lot of stargazing is just a bunch of like pointing out stars, stuff that you see, right? Big Dipper, Little Dipper. That's all I know. But you get to point it out, right? Sometimes just to mix it up, I like to make up stars and see what the lady says, right? I used to, it's all dark, you playing music, whatever. I'm like, oh my God, baby, you see that star right there next to the Big Dipper? That's the Oculus Lucius right there. She's like, oh my God, I see it, it's so cute, I love it. I'm like, yeah, that's a Southwest flight, bitch. You're a liar, Can't trust you. All right, good, appreciate you guys.
All right, on deck, we have Ashley Preston, but up next, God damn it, Taj. It's not that fucking hard. Ray, can you come help him? We need a man to fix this. All right, on deck we have Ashley Preston, but up next is Ray. Are you shitting me? It's not that hard. Spit on it. All right, there we go. Ray Durham, everybody.
We good? What's up, guys? Yeah. I went on my first cruise recently to the Bahamas. Yeah. It was on Carnival. And leading up to it, I had a lot of mixed feelings about it. Because in one hand, I'm going to the Bahamas. I'm excited about that. But in the other hand, I'm about to be in the middle of the ocean on a boat. And that terrifies me. I mean, I ain't a punk. I still went. But I was on a boat, and I was like, shit. I was in the middle of the ocean, and I was afraid. Damn. Yeah, I know I got it. Hold on. the mic messed me up. Look, I ain't a punk, but I was in the middle of the ocean, and it concerned me so much that I actually called them ahead of time, and I was like, hey, I want to know if I can downgrade my room to be closer to the lifeboat. Yeah, and can we make sure that there's no pregnant women around my cabin, please? Because I could see it now, right? Like I get up to the ship sinking, I get up to the lifeboat, I'm last, there's only one seat left, and here comes Mary Beth around the corner, waddling. I can't compete with that. That's a 2-for-1 special. Captain, are we pro-life or pro-choice right now? All right, guys, I have more to that, but my name's Ray Durham. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night.
On deck, we have Jordan Cornish, but up next is Ashley Preston.
Listen, I think I'm allowed to crash out. Have I aged out of crashing out? That's what I need to know because I felt like I needed to crash out today. I've been under a lot of pressure. We just got through the holiday season. I was getting really tired of seeing skinny Santa Clauses. It's not right. I also don't believe that Mrs. Claus should not have hips. She needs to have hips. And what are tall elves? That's wrong. So I had to get past that. And then I found out that I'm responsible for the environment. Smokey Bear, not even Smokey the Bear anymore, but Smokey Bear, told me that only I can prevent wildfires. And I was like, that's a lot of pressure to put on a person. So just me, only me, has to prevent. Well, I don't even go to the forest that much. So how am I responsible for keeping? And I mean, you know, they say wildfire. I mean, I'm wild, but still. I don't go to. It's a lot of pressure. So I crashed out. I've thought about other things that I got upset about. You ever go to the gas station and you say press receipt, yes, and it makes the noise like and then it doesn't come out, and it says see cashier, and I say absolutely not. And then I was at work the other day, and I had grabbed a handful of change before I left the house because I was going to get a snack out of the vending machine because that's how I eat now. Okay, bye.
All right, it's Ashley Preston, everybody. On deck, we have Jeff Wiebe, but up next is Jordan Cornish.
So the other night, I got pulled over by the cops. Yes. And yes. I am on Adderall. Yes. And whenever I get pulled over by the cops, I put on my Cary, North Carolina voice. So I'm like, hello, officer. How are you doing on this fine evening? But then when they let me go, I slip back into my Durham voice. And I'm like, piece of shit ass motherfucker. Suck on my black boop, boop, with your white ass. So I'm black and on the spectrum. And what that means is I have a touch of the tism, fauxism, manism. Hey, y'all have a good one. Keep it going for your host. Thank you.
Jordan Cornish, everybody. On deck, we have June Darling, but up next is Jeff Wiebe.
Hey. So my 22-year-old daughter recently posted some of my comedy on Instagram because I don't have a clue how to do that. And she goes, Dad, I can't believe you can't do that. You are such an E-tard. Like an E-tard? I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure we don't like to be called that anymore. So I told my wife about my New Year's resolution. I want to spend more time outdoors this year. You know, spend more time in the great outdoors. So she felt she was being supportive and changed the locks on the house. So when I was a kid, this attention deficit disorder just kind of came into vogue, and they had a little test at my school. It was called Simon Says. And they would take the class outside, play Simon Says, and the first 5 kids that went out got put on Ritalin. That's my time.
On deck, we have Zoe Anna, but up next is June Darling.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, I was asked out on a date this weekend. And that's my time. No. And because I like to live on the edge, I did not tell anyone where I was going. It's not that dangerous. Oh my God. No, I didn't really feel any concern until the gentleman insisted repeatedly that I get in his little van, which included him laying the back seat flat and slapping it to indicate that it was comfortable. And I'm like, I mean, he did plan the whole date, which is pretty hot. Oh, wait. No, he did plan the whole date. No, I mean, ladies with a past due phone bill can't be getting into men's vans willy-nilly. Some of you know what I'm talking about. I disappear, and so do my phone records, right? There's no longer access to my Find My. No, I just imagine my family members begging the AT&T people, and they're like, look, unfortunately our hands are tied. Hopefully hers aren't. Thanks, guys.
All right, on deck we have Matt White, but up next is Zoe Anna.
Hello, everyone. Did anyone here also grow up really poor? That's the sound of poor people. Very sad. No, I grew up really poor, and as when you find out that you're really poor, one thing that happens to you is you grow up and there's something significant that happens and you realize it for the very first time. My thing that happened is I went to a friend's house and I walked in and their house echoed. Because I said, hey, nice place. And my own voice said back to me, you'll always be a renter. Bye.
On deck we have Carl Howell, but up next is Matt White.
I'm in a weird place in my life right now. 43, and no one told me about this unk phase I'm about to go through. Like my parents, they didn't even know, okay? It's weird. I feel it happening, and I feel like I gotta accept it. It's hard to accept it, though. I can accept, like, the gray hairs and the balding, but when they call you unk in public, I know you're looking at me weird, white person, but you don't even know. Like, there ain't no unk for white. There ain't. Think about that. There's not. It's when they say it, man, but I feel it festering. Like, by 45, I'm gonna be full unk. And the other day, I saw this nice tenderoni. I'm already starting using the words. I'm even mixing it with the YNs. I called her a thought tenderoni. I was like, what's up? No, she ain't got enough cake on that. Okay, this is sweet potato cake. Anyway, it's a weird thing, but that's all I want to test out. Unk out.
Give it up for my unk, everybody. Matt White. On deck we have Jerry Patoka, but up next is Carl Howell.
Hey, what's up? Good nights. Put your hands together if you're out here tonight and you living with HIV. All right, so this whole room is just breaking all types of records and possibilities numerically. Okay, never mind. But HIV is on my mind because I have 3 daughters. I have a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 10-year-old. And we had a discussion on the way to the school the other day. My 13-year-old says, it's time for me to get my HIV vaccine. And some of you may know this, but I had to Google it. There is no HIV vaccine. I think she may have been getting it confused with the HPV vaccine, which I'm also not gonna get her. But anyway, we have this back and forth. She's like, you're just an anti-vax. So I'm like, not, you don't need an HIV vaccine. So as a parent, I don't know if you got kids, I figured I'm gonna shut this shit down real quick. I said, look, the only way to get HIV is through sex or drugs. Which one are you into? All of them shut up. So I know I got them then. So I'm looking in the rearview mirror because we're on the way to school. And we lock eyes, we make eye contact, and she looks at me in the rearview mirror and she says, drugs. Hey, my name's Carl Howell Jr. Y'all have a good night.
Carl Howell, everybody. On deck we have Lafiq Zarif, but up next is Jerry Patoka.
Hey, what, man? Y'all remember the Schwann's truck? Y'all know that? It was like the ice cream truck, but for people with time management issues. It would pull up, man. It looked like an ambulance and a school bus. It was like if DoorDash and Meals on Wheels had a collab. It was beautiful, man. I used to get this birthday cake ice cream on there, man. It did more work than the Red Cross does for people, dog. It was beautiful. Y'all ain't like birthday cake ice cream? Okay. Nah, man. No, dude, I loved it, man. It was like I would put my Sperry's on and go chase the Schwann's truck. I had to look my best, dog. All right, I don't know. All right, I'm done. Bye.
Jerry Patoka, everybody. We're down to our final 5. What do you guys think? You still having fun? All right, on deck we have Lauren Polly, but up next is Wafiq Zarif.
Yeah. Quick fact about me, I am Muslim. Look how quiet it got. This whole table over here, like,
Oh my God, how'd he get in here? Oh, I don't know. I'm putting that in the Yelp review. I'm definitely doing that. No, dadgummit, someone's got to let them know they're letting Muslims in here. What are they doing? Who authorized this?
Muslim men can marry up to 4 wives. Yeah, right? That's 4 times the sex, right? Yeah. 4 times the Viagra. No. How do you explain to 4 women in 1 month that your penis doesn't work right? How do you do that? And more importantly, man, how do you convince them that it's their fault? You know? Like, I tell my wife, quick, yeah, your pH balance is off. That's what that is. No, it's not. You've been eating too many pickles. Why are you eating so many pickles? That's too much acid in your diet. My penis doesn't work in acid vagina. Should be at the doctor asking real questions. Doctor, does my vagina have acid reflux? Just give me some Tums. I'll pop them in myself. Maybe that's why I don't have a wife. I'm Wafiq Zarif, y'all. Good night.
Just maybe, Wafiq. Just maybe. All right, on deck we have Jordan Huggins, but up next is Lauren Polly.
Hey, guys. I just got out of a relationship. Thank you. I've been crying a lot, so I appreciate that support. My friend said, can you ever genuinely 100% be yourself in a relationship? And at first I was like, yes, I felt that way in this relationship. And then I immediately said no, 95%, because I never farted in front of that man. I didn't. I'm going to read my joke because I don't have it memorized. Sorry, you guys. Never farted at him. I was raised in a fart-positive household, but y'all, no, there was no boot scooting tooting in that relationship, okay? I know that girls don't fart, but I think the best relationship test is, and I mean truly test, is this man the one, is a period fart. That's amazing. That was not the reaction I was expecting. You guys have all done it. I have not. I think, just in our lowest energy, most vulnerable gremlin state, just rip that rancid period fart and see if he stays. Y'all wonder why women are so angry during our periods? We have to be functional members of society. Well, we are literally and figuratively ticking time bombs full of toxic fumes. Like, maybe if the government thought that they should study women's bodies sooner than now, like, we could have won the arms race. Okay, I'm done.
Period farts. All right, on deck we have Jonathan Brilliant, but up next is Jordan Huggins.
Hi, everybody. Lauren, gross. Okay. Period farts. And they say toxic femininity is not a real thing, huh? Dude, fucking, what the fuck? Okay. Anybody protesting? Nobody protesting these days? I used to go, but they don't pay enough anymore, so, I don't go to protests anymore. It's hard for me because my dad was a cop, and protests are very anti-cop. And that's not to say I don't hate cops, okay? Fuck cops. The problem is my dad, I love him, but he was a bit of an authoritarian growing up. So all the protests, everybody hates cops for very different reasons than me at protests. Everybody's like, no justice, no peace, prosecute the police. And I'm over there like, yeah, make them stop grounding us too. What do we want? Justice. And our Xbox is back too. When do we want it? Now. That is it. Remember that period riff up top? We had a good time. I love you. Goodbye.
That's Jordan Huggins, everybody. All right, on deck we have Carrie James, but up next we have Jonathan Brilliant.
Oh my goodness. Well, it is 2026, and I will tell you, I am so tired of virtue signaling. You guys familiar with virtue signaling? You know when you're in traffic and someone just puts on their turn signal and they never go anywhere? That's virtue signaling. Thanks. That was inspired by an adventure I had right before I came here tonight. I was in the parking lot at the Harris Teeter. Have you noticed that everyone who drives a Lincoln Navigator can't seem to find their way into a parking space? Thanks a lot, y'all. I'm Jonathan Brilliant.
Jonathan Brilliant, everybody, and that means we've come down to our final comedian. Are you guys excited? You saw him open the show, and he's going to close it out. Please give it up for my friend, Carrie James.
All right, let's do a little history check. What do you guys know about the history of the Siamese twins? You guys know about them? Did you guys know we're not allowed to say Siamese twins anymore? It's conjoint twins. It's not PC to say Siamese twins, but I got real high and went down a rabbit hole, okay? So these kids were actually Chinese born in Thailand, which was Siam at the time. Some white dude brought them to America. They toured the country. They got rich and famous, got a lot of money. You know what they did with that? They settled here in North Carolina, where they bought land and they bought slaves. It's pretty crazy, right? Like, I got so high, I started thinking about it from the slave's perspective, right? Like, that's got to be a crazy first impression of Asian people, you know? Like, you've never seen them, but they're stuck together, right? Scared and confused, you know? 2 whips, bro, that's insane, man. And what's wild is, like, the brothers also wanted their freedom. You know, I think that's kind of a mind fuck. I don't know. And at the time, you know, black people were like 3/5 human. And so they're looking at these twins like, what the fuck is this then, right? So, improper fraction, man. I started thinking about like their getaway plans. They're like, all right, you run this way, I'll run that way. All right, you guys been awesome. My name is Carrie James. Thank you.
Carrie James, everybody, and that is our show. What'd you think of 51st Jokes? Thank you guys so much for coming out. We really appreciate you supporting local comedy. Give yourself another round of applause for coming out on a Tuesday. You did a great job. Please check out goodnightscomedy.com for all other comedy shows that they have coming up. There's a lot of great stuff. And please remember to tip your waitstaff. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night.